Now, our first guest today is best known for playing midwife Marcus Dent in Coronation Street. Now, Charlie Condou has swapped Weatherfield for Holby City. Before he joins us, though, let's take a trip down that cobbled memory lane.
Marcus, it's not what you think.
Oh! You want him? You can flaming have him!
You're not leaving, are you?
Yeah, afraid so. We could have had something really special.
Right! I'm not ready to chuck in the tower yet. I mean, out. Take it all out.
Welcome to Weatherfield, little man.
Family, we love you.
It's not me. It's not who I am. I'm with you because I love you. It meant nothing, I swear.
I loved you. I think you better go.
Oh, drama. Please welcome Charlie Condou.
Hello. You're right. Lovely to see you. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. You're right. Yeah, I'm good.
Lovely to see you. we were literally all grips there. We almost forgot you were here.
So was I. I was watching backstage going, God, I've forgotten all of that stuff.
Yes, I suppose you do, because you do it all in advance and you leave and do something else.
So long ago now.
Yeah.
I've aged.
No, but they didn't kill you off.
They didn't kill me off, no, and they were very nice, actually. When I said I wanted to leave, they said, well, the door's always open. So
would you ever go back?
they haven't asked me yet, but, you know.
Yeah, no, I'd totally go back.
Oh.
And your cousin writes there, doesn't he?
He does.
Damon. Who's
He
a
does
good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mine, yeah.
He's always on holiday.
He is.
Looking at his holiday. Anyway, talking of age, happy birthday.
Yes.
How old, 35?
Yeah, I wish. 47.
Come on, Brenda.
Don't look it.
Come on, Brenda.
Birthday to you! Short version.
Thank you very much.
Did you get the cake we left you in your dressing room?
Yeah, thank you very much. It was very lovely. I haven't eaten it yet. Just watched the wait.
After Corrie, because you were in Corrie, then you left for a bit, then you came back, you had the big storyline with Maria, and you left again. But then you have talked about how you struggled a bit for work for a little while after that.
A little bit. It's a bit of a non-story, to be honest. But I left Corrie and I did very well, and I had lots of really nice, lucrative jobs that were, you know, on the telly and whatever. And then I didn't for a short period of time. And so my friend Andy Oliver, who actually presents...
lovely Andy.
What's the show that she presents? The Great British Menu.
The Menu, yeah.
She had a restaurant. She said, well, come work with me. So I did. I mean, not for very long, but, yeah, and then the press kind of made a big thing about it, but...
Are you surprised when... Because I suppose that's actors are just used to that, aren't they? You know, you have periods of
yeah, and I think
time
there's
when you're
sort
not
of
acting.
this kind of misconception that when we, you know, we make nice enough money, but not enough money to not work. And I didn't want to sign on. I think signing on is for people that don't have any options. I had options, so I went and got a job.
Also, does it take sometimes, when you've been in a role for quite some time, does it take a little while out of acting and off-screen for everyone for you to be able to get the opportunities of a really different role? Do you know what I mean? Do you have to...
I think it depends. I think sometimes you can go off and just get loads of work and it's all great, and other times you have, you know, periods of not working. Lean times, yeah. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, people said to me, oh, are you embarrassed? And I said, well... No, because I don't...
Who said that to you? That's crazy.
Often people would say to me when it was in the papers, they said, "Oh, was it embarrassing?"
It's one of my favourite jobs.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Can you work? I was working with my mate.
It's also working for a living, isn't it?
Exactly. So I've got a young family.
You're
it's what
working
responsible
again.
adults do.
I mentioned there Holby City. So you're in Holby City now.
Yeah.
Was it a conscious decision to try and work in London because of your...
It was, and it was
family now?
actually one of the reasons that I left Corrie. Was because it was in Manchester and my family were very small, and you know it wasn't easy for me to have kids, and I was suddenly seeing them one day a week, and it just wasn't working. So that was why I left. And my work is very important to me, but not as important as my family. So thank you. You'd hope it's like that for everyone. So yeah, I try and take jobs that keep me close to home if I can.
Yeah.
I heard this character that you're playing now is slightly different to Marcus in what way? It's a bit ditzier, a bit...
Yeah, he's kind of... I think he fancies himself as a bit of a ladies' man. But he's not really. He's a bit of a kind of clumsy Casanova, I suppose. He tries, and he falls for Essie very quickly, but he keeps putting his foot in it and, you know, just... being a bit of a ditz. So,
Right.
And what about the children? Because they're 10 and 7 now.
10, 7, Hal's going to be 8 in a couple of days.
So
yeah.
how do they feel about Dad on screen, you know, roles like that?
I don't know, they sort of take it in their stride, really. Oh, look at them, idiots. No, they're very cute. Yeah, they sometimes get annoyed when people come and ask me for photographs. I don't know if you have the same thing. They're like, oh, God.
But secretly, they love it.
Yeah, they show off to their
So
mates.
tell us about your family setup, because you're in. Are you married to Cameron?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got obviously your 2 children with your old friend Catherine.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
how did you start that conversation all those years ago?
It was one of those things that I'd always wanted to be a dad, and you know, when I came out, when I realised I was gay, I thought, well, you know, it's going to be slightly more complicated now. And Catherine was somebody that had been a very good friend of mine for ages, and she'd always said, well, you know, if I hit 40 and I'm still single,
But we always
we
have
should do
those
it together. You
conversations
have those
with our
conversations.
friends, but when they actually say
But
to
she
us-
did, and
Yeah.
she really wanted to be a mum, and she said to me, you know, if I don't do this, it's not going to happen for me, and I'm not going to be a parent, and that's something that I really want. And so we sort of thought, well, let's...
And was Cameron in on that at that point?
Yeah. I mean,
Or-
Cam and I have been together for 15 years,
Right, so he was
and
part
George was
of the
10,
whole
so yeah.
agreement.
Oh,
You
yeah.
must
Have
Well,
a lot of discussions, which is quite interesting, because a lot of people, you know, they get together and they have children, they maybe don't have the discussions that you and Catherine probably have
I think
to
it's
have.
a good thing.
How is this
I
going
mean,
to
we
actually
talked about
work?
everything, as
Yeah.
you can imagine. We talked about what if one of us moves to Australia. I don't know why you always seem it's always Australia. Who moves to Australia? Nobody. But we talked about it.
Co-parenting, so
We
it's like
co-parent, so
50-50.
the kids go between the 2 houses, and we only live around the corner from each other anyway. And you know, we all speak to each other all the time. And Catherine comes over for dinner, and I go over there for a cup of tea, and it works really well.
Good for
Like a
you.
divorced couple, but
Yeah.
we get on.
You like each other.
Yeah.
And I mentioned there in one of the links that Kathy Burke, it was Kathy Burke who said to you, you can be a dad if you want to be a dad.
Well, Kath's a very old friend of mine. I've known her since I was a teenager. Oh, look at her little face. She's a wonderful woman. And I was probably about 18, and I had just come out, and I'd had the same conversation with my sister, but I remember talking to Kath and saying, you know, it's a struggle because I've always wanted to be a dad, and I'm sad that that's not going to happen now. And Kath said, that's a load of rubbish. She didn't use the word rubbish. She said, if you want to be a dad, be a dad. Just find a way of doing it. And my sister had said the same thing to me, but it was after Kath had said that, I thought, yeah, that's true, actually. And in fact, she's my son's godmother because of that, yeah.
Oh, well, it's so lovely. It's so lovely. And the children look delightful, and your husband, Cameron, there. So we're so pleased that all worked out.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
lovely to have you back on our screens in
Nice to be
Holby.
here.
Great for you back in London with the family. So good luck with the new role. Come back and see us soon, won't you?
I will indeed.
Charlie Condou.